that did not work. The other one's just as bad. She's a windy one all of a sudden. But I just got back from dropping Dad off at Minot Airport. He's going back south for a while. I don't know if you can see Zach over there blowing some snow. Trying to figure out a way how to work on this guy. This is our old, I don't even know what year this thing is. I want to say it's like a 79 or an 81. And I think that one's an 83 or an 81. I can't remember. This is the old 4040. And it was about this time last year. Or was it the year before? Everything's running together. Anyways, we blew I'm pretty sure it worked last spring. Blew the hydraulic pump. I don't know if it's a pump or a connector or what, but we got that other tractor and we're like, oh well, we don't need to worry about it too badly. And I'm kind of looking for things to do right now, and I've got 2 jobs that need to be done with this. So I'm trying to develop a plan on how to get this guy over there to a spot where we can take the loader off, because I need to be able to take the screens off and pull the rad out to get where I need to be, I'm pretty sure. So here's a few things to think about when we're developing this plan. Number one, there's not a drop of hydraulic oil in that thing right now, except for probably what's laying in the bottom of the transmission. I'm pretty sure I could back it somewhere, but I cannot steer because it's hydraulic steering, and I cannot lift the cylinders or the front end loader. So the plan, and this is the high level plan, is to hook onto this and tow it around, and then there's a spot over by the other bins that I want to nose it up to. How we're going to do that, I'm not sure. And then we'll chain up the front end loader, disconnect it, pull this away, and then maybe push this into the shop, and we can work on it there. If we get that done today, I'm going to be really, really happy. I don't expect we'll get there today, but we're gonna start fiddling around and see if we can make something happen. Well, that did not work. The other one's just as bad. Well, we're gonna pull it out and see what we can do. We might have to block it up somewhere, take the tires off, or yeah, I don't know. Not sure if I took the park brake off or not. These will. Let's see. I don't know. Hopefully it works. Put her in 4-wheel. That one there pointed up. Yep. Got my head. Give her a bump. Might have to lock the diff. Is that on or off? Or is there another one for it? Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Did it do anything?
Yeah,
There it is. It's gonna give first the snow or that strap, I don't know. Well, we got the front off, but we got no way of moving it right now. Tires are flat. We got like a 0% chance of this working, so we're just gonna give her a tug. As long as that doesn't break traction, we got a chance. Oh boy. Good. That shouldn't have worked. Maybe go forward another 4 or 5 feet. That's tons. Well, now we just gotta set this guy down and scoot it around out of the way. Sometimes we get lucky around here and things work. We're gonna try something here. Try two things. Number one, we're gonna try and get those forks under the back here and hope that dead ends against that. We can lift it up and kind of push with it, in theory. So we got her butted up against the bolt there. See if we can lift a little more. That's probably good. And I'm able to steer by kind of wedging a bar in there. We're gonna try and get it over there into the shop. I mean, it seems to be working. Well, that was not at all how I envisioned it, but it honestly worked pretty good. You know, we're gonna have to do something about that. Huh. So we got things kind of apart, and we've kind of gotten ourselves into, I wouldn't say a pickle, just maybe a conundrum, where I pretty much have to start the tractor. And I obviously don't like to run things empty, so we're gonna have to. So I don't know where the leak is. There's a fitting right there that it could be. I'm sure you can't see it. Where's my light? Where is my light? Right there. Hang on, I gotta unplug some stuff. Okay, back at her. It could very well be this fitting right here. It sure looks like it could be. Or it could be the one on the other side. as well. Steel line, I've had 2 steel lines blow on this since I've been farming. This thing's older than I am, so we'll give it credit where credit's due. But the problem is I don't know where the leak is. And honestly, it could be leaking on the main seal somewhere. Oh God, there's some more junk in there I need to clean out. You can see a lot of freaking greasy dirt in there. Took a while for us to dig it out. But like I said, I don't know what the problem is yet. If we have to replace that pump, it's a bigger job. In the fact that we have to, I think we have to take this cowl off, drain the coolant, and pull everything out somehow. Doesn't look like a horrible job. It's just not easy. A lot of stuff has to come off to pull the radiator out. Anyways, so we've got that that's somewhere up there is where the leak is. The problem is there's no oil there to help me figure out where the leak is. So I'm going to have to add some. Now I'm going to have to run the tractor, unfortunately. I don't like to do that. But essentially the oil reservoir for this is the rear differential or axle. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take to, or how much oil it's going to take to get to the point where I have suction there. Doesn't help that the tires are down. Might jack it up. I'm debating on that right now just to level things out a little bit. It looks worse than it is because of the way we've got the hood propped up, but the back is still probably 9 or 10 inches low. So those are our 2 major problems. Obviously the tires. The tires are decent enough. It's the inner tubes, and hopefully the rims are not rotted out. But the valve stems were toast. We'll talk to Corey, see if he can get out here and deal with it. Because I definitely can't get it into town like this. Unless I was to put it on a trailer, which is doable. But we got to make sure we can get the hydraulics working first, because then we can steer it. So a little history lesson on this tractor. Had it for a long time. Dad did. I want to say he probably had it for 10 years before I started farming. This is older than I am. This is either 79 or an 81. And I think the 4650 is either an 81 or an 83. And I cannot remember at all. Not important. I'm an 85 model, so it's older than I am. It's always been a hard start. I don't know. You park it under a cloud in the middle of summer, and you have to give her a shot of ether to start it. It's just... This has the B-range defect where I don't know what it is. If it was a poorly casted or heat treated or forged, it wouldn't be forged, but cog in the transmission, and it always fails. It's a very common thing in the quad range from what I gather. So it failed on us. Actually, this thing almost started on fire too, and I probably should have let it go, but it was middle of harvest and it was attached to an auger, and yeah, it was just not good. I don't know if we're going to send this off to an auction or just keep it sticking around. It's always nice to have an extra tractor. It'd be nicer to have a better tractor. Another thing I was about to do before... Oh, that's dumb. Not going to be able to do that. Oopsie. Inside there, those two boxes, I have replacement barrels for this so that we don't have to use the old John Deere tips. So that's something else I want to do. Not sure if you'll be able to see, but it looks like over there is some fresh oil. And that to me would appear like it's that steel line and not either of the mains, which is probably a really good problem. We figured out where all the oil was coming from. It's that little pinhole right there. Now, I probably could have rinsed this out and tacked it up, but you know, it's older than the hills. So we're just going to get a new one. And the reason I say I could have is that there is only one of these in Canada right now. And it's in Regina. And it's going to be here Thursday, I believe, is what they said. If there wasn't one, they were going to have to bring it up from the States, and they weren't sure what that was going to mean because today was the day that the trade war tariffs went on. So I said, I'll take it. So once that comes, we'll fix that. Hopefully, that's the only problem we have. I'm pretty sure that the pump works just fine because when I was turning it over, the tires were turning a bit, but the oil was seeping out. And it lifted up the 3-point. Not quite all the way, but pretty close. So that went pretty well, all things considered. Yeah. We wired up a camera. There used to be a camera in this, and then I stole it to put it in that. I did the conversion today. There. So I ripped out the old John Deere SCVs, and I put the conversion kit to go into Pioneer. Remarkably easy job. I pitched them. Let's go over here. That's the old barrels. I don't know if you can see there's a taper to it. Anyways, we had to use John Deere adapters, and that was just always awkward, and they didn't leak, or sorry, they didn't seal right, and so yeah, did that. If you ever need to, this is a 40 series, but anywhere, I got this Grove conversion kit. I got it from Homestead something or other in Prudhomme, Saskatchewan, but if you're American, it said somewhere Wapsie. This I got. And so, yeah, I wonder. That's interesting because our 50 series, maybe it's just a different style instead of putting old barrels on. Our 50 series has Pioneer fittings on it, that 4650. Yeah. It's got great instructions. The only thing is I found that it says remove and retain snap rings, and it never tells you to reinstall it, and it doesn't show you anywhere that they are reinstalled, but you do need it. Otherwise, it's really easy. All the parts are there. Everything's, all the pictures are helpful. Yeah, so Wapsie Innovations. We also jacked up the tractor So Corey or Trey might be coming tomorrow or Thursday. They're not 100% sure. We're going to have to pop the tires off. By the look of it, we'll have to do some buffing, get the rust off. Got new, what are they called? Inner tubes. And they're going to bring out some calcium. We'll get everything fixed up that way. Well, we ended up with a real thin spot around the valve stem, so I tried building it up, and it's just so damn thin. So I'm going to try and make a plate for it. And hopefully by then I'm out far enough that I'm in the good stuff. And if not, my brother should be around too. And he's a much better welder than I. Okay, well, we managed to make a job of it. Probably could have extended it a little that way, but whatever. She'll probably outlast the next thing that breaks on this tractor. So I'm gonna finish this up today, hopefully. It shouldn't take a terribly long time, but we shall. Oh, I forgot I was gonna plug this in. Looks good.